What is up, everyone? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and in today's video, we're talking about the Yankees' 4-1 win over the Baltimore Orioles. Now, the Yankees had a really good pitching performance from Johnny Brito, who struggled with his command, had some walk issues, didn't get a lot of strikeouts, but he really put together a really gritty outing, and that's something that you really don't see from rookies. You see that a lot from guys, more advanced in age, or guys who, are more established pitchers in this league. Brito had a really tough first inning where, a lot of bad balls weren't going his way. There was a softly hit ground ball, line drive from Cedric Mullins on a changeup that really should have gotten a strikeout. That was just flipped the other way for a base hit. Henderson hit a ball off his foot. They were able to score a run. Instead of him melting down the inning, he held it to one run, and that's all he gave the Orioles. The Yankees got a really good pitching performance from Brito. I'm really impressed with what he did, and ultimately, he's someone that the Yankees are going to be able to rely on, I think. Someone that I think the Yankees can turn to in big spots to go and get them some pretty big starts. Again, it's a small sample size. We have to wait and see a little bit more. This isn't his best outing in the world, but it certainly was really encouraging. But with that being said, let's start talking about the bullpen as well, because someone who had a really big outing in terms of just a pick-me-up outing, he absolutely needed this. That's Michael King. Michael King went out and he shoved 2 innings, 3 strikeouts, just 1 hit. Was his velocity still down? Yes, but the movement was there. Everything was there at his movement. He looked excellent. The Orioles were just tied up by him. In terms of called strikes and whiffs, he did excellent in those metrics. Called strike plus whiff percentage of 31%. He just looked excellent today. Again, the Yankees have a lot of injuries in their bullpen. Loaiza's down. Canley's on the 60-day IL, meaning he won't be back until at least May 26th, since it's retroactive to March 27th. And quite frankly, the Yankees haven't had this, not that they have had a shaky bullpen, but they're still trying to figure out roles. And King is one of those guys who's been pretty shaky to start the year. And this was just a big outing for him to go out there and shove like that and get whiffs at that high of a level. Then after him was Wandy Peralta, who just threw a really nice inning. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, no hits, no runs. He's nasty. We know that. We know what to expect with Wandy Peralta, and he's excellent. And then Clay Holmes finished the game. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs allowed. Nasty as always. The bullpen showed up today. The pitching staff showed up today. They locked down the Orioles, not too far removed from that game where they just got blitzed. They just got torched. Left-handed batters just had their way with Clark Schmidt and had their way with this bullpen. Today, the Yankees had a better approach with their left-handed hitters. They had they figured things out a little bit more. They didn't get a high amount of strikeouts. They only struck out 8 guys today, and they walked 4 dudes. But they only gave up 4 hits. You don't want to go out there and give them free base runners. They didn't do that. You don't want to give up a bunch of hits. They didn't do that. And they played a really good game of baseball, and they played their brand of baseball on the pitching side of the ball. Offensively, they got a bunch of big performances today. DJ LeMahieu had a pretty nice double that scored Anthony Volpe, who had his first extra base hit, a triple off the wall that just missed being home run. He only went 1 for 4 with a triple, but I think today was a nice game for him to have that, just a confidence booster after a brutal game the day before. Aaron Hicks had a big RBI single that tied up the game. Gleyber Torres, as usual, 2 walks and a hit, just getting on base. He's working walks at a very high level this year. Giancarlo Stanton hit a huge home run and had a single on top of that. He's looked really excellent to start the year. Aaron Judge had a double and a walk. Overall, the Yankees just looked really good offensively. They had some really good at-bats. They got things going. They looked like they were going to struggle to get runners across, but they ultimately were able to get the job done. And ultimately, again, just a really good day for the Yankees all around. They played a really good brand of baseball. They got the hits when they needed to. They got outs when they needed to. They got strikeouts when they needed to. They made big defensive plays when they needed to. That's just the brand of baseball this team's going to play when they're going right, and that's the brand of baseball we can come to expect from this team. But with that being said, tomorrow the Yankees are going to have Nestor Cortez in the bump. Nestor is someone who had an excellent first start, not in the strikeout department, but in terms of preventing runs, in terms of his stuff looking good, everything was there. We'll have you guys with the lineups when it comes out. It'll be an afternoon game. The Yankees improved to 5-3 on the year, and while of course it's you're not looking at the standings too much in April, they're second in the American League East, tied with the Toronto Blue Jays currently as we speak, because the Blue Jays are currently playing a game against the Angels where they lead 4-3. But with that being said, again, just a really good game for the New York Yankees. They did a lot of things really well. Johnny Brito again, he really impressed me today. He's put in spots where he had to go out and make big pitches, and that's exactly what he did. Again, he looks very advanced for his age in terms of his grit on the mound, in terms of his ability to buckle down and get big outs. And part of that is just his pitch repertoire. I don't think he had his best pitches today. I don't think he had everything going for him today. I really don't think this was a day for Johnny Brito to go out there and have a stellar performance. In terms of fastball command, it wasn't there. In terms of, swing and miss stuff, it also wasn't there. Was his velocity good? Yes, but again, when you don't really have great command, it's hard for you to set up and go out and get out of zone swings, which he got a lot of against the Giants, but against the Orioles, he only had a 28% O swing percentage, which is chase rate. But end of the day, he buckled down, he shoved when he needed to, and that changeup was the equalizer today. He didn't give up a lot of hard contact in big spots. He did give up some pretty loud contact that stay in the ballpark. But end of the day, you care about the results right now when it comes to Johnny Brito, because I think this was a big confidence booster for him. And he showed off a couple of really good breaking balls as well. I thought his curveball looked really good today. Second time, I think his curveballs looked pretty good. The development of that pitch is important for him. I think it's something that we should keep an eye on. And end of the day, just a really nice outing for him. I think we got to highlight him, not because he was the most impressive he's ever been, but more so because it was an impressive outing in terms of just his mentality, his ability to go out and chase outs, and his ability to go out there and just pound the strike zone when he needed to. Thank you guys so much for your support. You guys have been great. We appreciate you guys checking out our videos. Make sure to check out our Twitter, Instagram, and of course our Facebook and our YouTube pages. We of course have a TikTok where we got you guys with shorts and highlights and all that stuff. Sam's doing a great job over there. And you guys can check out Empire Sports Media for all your New York sports content. I'm Ryan Garcia. You can follow me on Twitter at Ryan Garcia ESM, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.